With the ruling party's plan to renovate temples destroyed by the Portuguese, there appears to be a narrative in conflict with the identity of the state. Rather than correcting the issues of the present, is the government focusing on issues of the past? Watch Herald TV's weekly debate on should Goa focus on building temples, statues, and forts, or focus on human development exclusively on Herald TV.
Another Goa, which we have not seen for a long time. Even when Parikar was our chief minister, there was no aggressive kind of antagonization in the society. We Goan felt always one, and still we feel one. And yet there is kind of confusion, there is kind of fear, there is kind of raking up of unnecessary past, which does not help us to go forward. That's what I feel, because right now, even all over India, the conflict is between memory, history, and harmony. And we seem to choose a memory which is painful. And when we go back to scientific history, perhaps that memory can be found wanting also. So there is this three words I would rather play. There is something called memory. We all share a painful memory, wounded memory of colonial times.
Goa in which we were born, the Goa in which we lived, we were raised, it was pluralistic Goa, it was broad Goa, it was cohesive Goa. We thought about a well independent identity, at the same time respecting diverse cultures. But then the series of episodes which we have seen, but I don't see any kind of coordinated efforts there. I don't see any orchestration there. But some way or the other, it is very disturbing that the series are more antagonizing, and they are not talking about attachment. The series are more about conflicts within, conflicts with the other groups, and we are not talking about harmony, for which we were named for, which we were famous for. We are now talking about division, mine versus yours. This is mine and this is yours. You were like that and I was like that. And we are glorifying our past for no reasons rather than talking about developmental agenda. So it seems to me from an academic background that currently we are harping too much on the stories of the past, which are futile, which will not add any value towards raising our standards of living, towards raising our level of intellectia, towards raising the glory of Goa. On the contrary, we are regressing on all these fronts.
The state is supposed to look after governance. The state should look after development. The state should not take sides, because the state looks after every individual citizen in the country.
Right.
So the state should not venture into taking up these kind of religious matters, because religion should be kept in your home. Religion should not be brought into the public domain and then start putting out narratives. The way and manner in which I'm looking at it is, if you look back in past of Nazi history, you give information drop by drop. They use the word drip, drip, drip. So this is the way you are trying to create the mass base, and then trying to antagonize people so that you create a big movement, and then you fuel that into a larger movement. I think this is very dangerous, and it will not be the Goa which we have presently, even till today. Look at across the world, World War I, World War II, nations have suffered at the hands of other nations, but everybody has forgotten, looked forward and progressed. Why are we looking backwards and trying to only enter into battles and wars and finish ourselves? Finally, we are all Indians, we live together.
Human development or rebuilding all this. I think it could be and instead of or. We can have human development, government focus should be on human development, development should be the main focus, but that there is no a single option saying that either do this or do that. I think if you see, since even if when BJP government took over in 2000 under Manohar Parrikar, even now 2012 and 2017, BJP has always focused about human development. What is human development? A rich or a financially stable person will take care of itself, but the poor, that is where government needs to focus on. And BJP government in the state as well as center from 2014 or even 2000 has focused on developing or focused on the poor. If you see from 2000, the DSS scheme, Senior Citizen Pension Scheme, the Ladli Lakshmi scheme, the Graha Lakshmi, this Aadhaar scheme,
Yes.
or DDSY, health insurance, are all focused to give more stability to the poor. I think so. Our government has been already focusing. So if you see DSSY pension, 1,561 crores per year. Ladli Lakshmi around 725 crores per year. Graha Aadhaar 1,600 and DDSY around 289 crores. So this gives around 4,000 crores per year the government is spending on welfare scheme for the poor, for the downtrodden.
Right.
So I don't think so it has shifted the focus. As far as the other part, the temple part, I don't think so. Neither the CM, neither the party has talked about destroying some other religious monuments and rebuilding.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.